Hey everyone, Brian here from Circle, and today I'm going to talk about coffee tables. I'm going to provide tips that you can consider when you're out shopping for one. We get a lot of questions about coffee tables. People want to know the right size, the right shape, the finish. We're going to get into all that. First thing we're going to talk about is scale and space planning. You don't want to overwhelm your space with a coffee table that's too large, especially in a small room, and you don't want to go the other way buying something too small. You don't want to make it look like there's an end table sitting in front of your sofa. So there's a couple of things to consider. A good rule to follow, you want your coffee table to run about 2/3 the total width of your sofa. Also keep in mind, you want ample space in between the front of your sofa and the coffee table so you can easily navigate your seating arrangement. So I'd allow at least 18 inches between your coffee table and your sofa. And also keep in mind the height. The average height for a coffee table is about 18 inches to 20 inches off the ground, or keep in mind about the same height as your seat or a few inches lower. So the next thing I want to talk about is function. What are you primarily using your coffee table for? Is it just a top surface to place a beverage, or do you need multiple shelves, maybe an undermount shelf to place magazines or remote controls? Or maybe you have kids and you need a storage ottoman so you can quickly hide those toys before you have company over. So there's no right or wrong here. You just want to think about how your coffee table needs to function for your needs. Another option to consider is an ottoman. If you're using your coffee table as a place to rest your feet, then maybe an ottoman is a better option for you. They come in all different sizes. You can cover them in fabric or leather. There's also storage ottomans available. And if you're looking for a hard surface, you can place a tray on top of your ottoman to place a beverage. It also allows for additional seating when you're having your next party. The next thing we want to talk about is shape. The most popular shaped coffee table is of course rectangular, but something else to consider if you have kids at home is maybe round or oval for obvious reasons. They're not going to hit their head on a corner. A round table is also great for a sectional as it allows you to freely move around your seating area. Another thing to consider, not all sofas have a right angle or a straight edge. So if you have a curved sofa, you may want to mirror that look with a round ottoman or coffee table. So let's talk about the materials your coffee table can be constructed from. There's wood, there's metal, there's glass. Glass is a great option if you have a smaller space because it gives the illusion of light and airy. Wood is great for a traditional farmhouse, or maybe metal for an industrial look. So my advice to you when you're choosing the material your coffee table is going to be made from, think about the other pieces in your room and go along with that style. So the next thing I want to talk about are finishes. Maybe you already have your end tables and now you're looking for the coffee table. Something to keep in mind, these do not need to be a perfect match. In fact, it's more interesting when they don't match. They don't need to be from the same store, the same manufacturer. They don't need to be matched up perfectly, but they should have a common element involved. So if your end tables are stained walnut, I would suggest looking for a stained walnut coffee table. That way your space is unified. So those are my tips to consider when you're out shopping for a coffee table. Again, you want to think about the size, the shape, scale, finishes. There's really no wrong answer here. You just want to think about your coffee table and how it's going to work in your space.